Okay, it is 6:14 in the morning on Saturday, December 16th, and we are going to see The Last Jedi. We're going to go pick up my friend Steve, and then we're heading off to the theater. All right, here's my friend Steve. We're all ready to go see The Last Jedi. Say hi, Steve.
Hi.
You excited?
I made you breakfast.
We're going to go. We're off to go see the movie.
I've been up for an hour already.
I think I have too. All right, here we go. All right, we're here at the theater. We're at say hi, Steve. We're at the Pacific Liquid Theater. We're here to see The Force Awakens. Not The Force Awakens. We're here to see The Last Jedi. Woo-hoo.
It's gonna be amazing.
Totally. Hello and welcome to Star Wars Obsessed. We just watched Star Wars The Last Jedi. Yay! So happy. The Last Jedi is the second film in the current Star Wars trilogy. Being a huge Star Wars fan and totally obsessed, will The Last Jedi live up to my expectations? Will I totally love it and be obsessed with it? Or will it become like the prequels where I try to forget them as much as possible? So, what did you think of Star Wars The Last Jedi? You can go first.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
I only recently stopped crying.
Aww.
I was crying in the backseat the whole way home. It got me very emotional.
Aww.
Yeah. It's a very emotional film.
I got emotional.
I got emotional. I had to wipe away tears.
Yeah. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Like, wow.
One of the best.
Oh my god. It was so amazing. Here's a perfect example of balancing a dark story with humor.
Yeah.
You know, they couldn't do that with Rogue One for some reason.
Yeah.
And Rogue One was like a dark story,
yeah,
but it had no humor. It was so boring. But The Last Jedi was, oh my god, it was so suspenseful.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my seat because I would try to predict with, oh, you know, it's rebels, they're going to get away. Oh, they'll get away. I'm like, oh my god. And they keep like changing things. I'm like, oh my god, are they really going to get away?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good.
So we're going to get the spoiler thing cleared up first.
Oh yeah, this is going to be spoilers, by the way. So,
Yeah.
From here on, it'll be all about spoilers.
Spoilers. Do not watch.
But, yeah.
So I felt that, you know, this truly was a saga story. This really felt like an epic tale. You know, the fact that it conveyed such a deep message. I mean, my whole thing was seeing how the first 7 movies all kind of built up this lineage kind of idea. This you know, either you came from a family, right? Whereas we get 2 characters with Rose and Rey who are essentially nobodies, and that I thought that was this amazing theme that they could become just as heroic as anybody else, and that really got me. That they did that with this story. That was my huge takeaway.
So yeah, I thought it was interesting that the movie starts basically right when The Force Awakens ends.
Right.
Yeah.
It was kind of confusing because it's like they were all there at the Rebel base, that not the Empire. What are they called? The New Order.
The First Order.
The First Order, like right there and I thought, well, how many months had passed and they found them and all this stuff? But no, it's like right there, like immediately, because right after that there's Rey just meeting Luke Skywalker. So yeah, I was like, wow, okay.
That's a change.
Yeah, right after the movie, because all the other ones, like,
there's like this time space between.
Yeah, there were like the first trilogy. There was a time in between that had passed.
And obviously,
so this one, like right after.
With the prequels, they definitely did time in between.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, can we talk about Princess Leia and being blasted out of that ship? I swear to God, I'm like in total shock. I'm watching it thinking, oh my God, they killed her. I thought they said they weren't going to kill her.
Well, I thought they said that she was going to die, but they were going to do it in a respectful way. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Well, I had read that they were going to do it. It was that she lives through this movie, but then it was going to be somewhere between this movie and the next movie, and it'll be basically an off-screen
And
kill.
basically should say she passed away or something.
Right.
Oh.
And so when Kylo blew out the bridge and she went out into space, I was
Kylo
like,
didn't do it. It was the other.
oh yeah,
He hesitated, but yeah, that was pretty awesome though. I loved that scene so much.
oh my God, it was like.
I think I just started weeping. It was just like one of the most powerful scenes in any Star Wars
And
movie
watching-
ever.
Oh my God! At first I was sad because I was like, oh, she's dead. Oh my God!
Yeah.
It was awful.
But then she had this power to just bring herself back in. That was amazing.
And you know, John Williams,
I loved it. I loved it so much.
Twice he did this amazing thing with the score. One was there, and the other was at the end with the final when Chewbacca is piloting the Millennium Falcon through those rocky caverns. Just the score with that scene, and then the score with Princess Leia going back to the ship was just like it just like capped it. It was like, oh my God, this is why this man has to write all the music.
So I was kind of shocked that they killed Snoke.
Yeah. There's a lot of shocks in this movie.
Yeah, there was.
Surprises.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I really appreciated how unpredictable it was.
Yeah, it was very. That's the one thing we can give it. It was very unpredictable because I kept trying to predict it, but just not. It just wasn't happening. I was like, oh, this is going ways I didn't expect it to go.
Yeah.
It was so amazing. It's an amazing story.
Like Finn almost dying at the end.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Oh my God.
I know,
He's gonna die?
Yeah. I thought so too.
I really thought he was gonna die. They really played that up. I was like,
Yeah.
how is he coming out of this?
Yeah.
There's no way to survive this.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
You know, and that's part of the saga nature of this one that I thought was so epic was that they just kept, even, you know, they kept thinking they're gonna get a little past, and they fail. And they get a little past, and they fail. And, you know, the other shock is just how many rebels die.
Yeah.
You know, we're left with this really small group left, and that's supposed to be it.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you come back from that?
I also loved that scene where I forget her name, the one played by Laura Dern, where she turned the ship around.
Yeah.
And she went right through the
Vice Admiral Hader.
The imagery right there was astounding.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's gorgeous.
The almost black and white look of it.
Yeah, it was like, wow. Yeah. You know, it was total destruction, but still, it was gorgeous the way it was filmed, and it was completely silent too. That added to the effect. I loved that scene. It was amazing. There was so many scenes that were amazing looking.
Yeah. It's an amazing movie.
I mean, even the fight on that salt planet.
Yeah.
When they had the things touching the ground and then bringing up the red to the white.
Yeah.
It was so pretty.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could not get over how emotional it was seeing Luke and Leia together. Oh my God, that's when the waterworks started for me. It's like as soon as he walked in the room and they started, and he grabbed her hand and he kissed her. It's like I just was like, I'm done. I'm like, oh my God, I'm a sorry mess.
And he gave her the dice.
Yeah. I want to know how he did that projection that made it so solid that she was able to touch, and even Kylo was able to touch the dice.
It's affecting the reality. Yeah.
Because that was an impressive feat.
Anyway, I know you mentioned it already, but I really appreciated the humor.
Yeah.
In the story. It was great. I mean, even something like, you see that ship coming down that looks like an iron, like something from Hardware Wars. God. I mean, I was like thinking, oh my God, Hardware Wars, you know, and then it turned out to be an actual iron.
It was an iron. It was so funny. Yeah.
The humor, I liked having Yoda back, and I liked having the humor that he brought, including hitting him on the head.
Oh my God, that was a surprise too. I didn't know Yoda was coming back.
I didn't know that either.
I was like, what? That is so cool.
So what do you think about the ending?
The Luke disappearing? I was like, I know what they were doing is they were setting up the whole movie because they kept saying, let go of the past, let go of the old, move
Out with the old,
forward,
in with the
out
new.
with the old, in with the new. And I'm like, thinking that they're setting us up to be prepared for Princess Leia, or General Leia. She'll always be Princess Leia. For her demise. I kept expecting her to die, but it turned out to be Luke. And I'm like, what? I did not know Luke was going to move on and be part of the Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was still slated to come back. I mean, obviously,
Me too.
he's probably going to come back as a Force
spirit,
yeah.
Like Yoda.
But, yeah, I thought he was still going to live through this and be in the next one.
Yeah.
Because so when they had the fight with Kylo, I kept thinking, how is this going to resolve?
Yeah.
So I thought it was really interesting with the books that we see the books at the end with in the Millennium Falcon. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't see the books.
Yeah, so
the Jedi books?
Yeah, the Jedi books.
Oh.
So I thought it was interesting that Luke never actually got into the tree. So I think there's I think that's what Yoda when he was saying that the Jedi stuff, all that knowledge is with Rey. All of that knowledge is with Rey, and I thought.
Oh, so he was literal.
He was being literal. The knowledge is with Rey. He didn't want Luke to see that she had the books.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice the books.
I didn't either.
Yeah, they were right there in the drawer.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, they opened she opened the drawer and she was looking for stuff. Oh, okay.
And the books are right there, and so I was like, "Oh, Rey took the books."
They kept talking about Rey's parents.
Yeah.
And how they were supposed to be of significance, and
and
all these theories going about, that Luke is her father, and all this stuff, and they just like, no, it's nobody. I'm like, wow, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then they kind of touched on that with that little boy on that casino planet.
Oh my god!
Because he kind of, it looked like he moved the room
with the Force.
With the Force, so. It looks like they're saying that you don't have to have a family lineage to have the Force within you. So that's pretty cool. It's another nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I thought that was really amazing that, like I said, that I think that they totally departed from the previous, and so now the next one can be a fresh story.
Yeah. Because
now we've gone away from this saga idea of a lineage to now. And all of us can be heroes.
Anybody can be a hero. Yeah.
And now seeing that the Rebel Force is decimated, now you need anybody to become a hero.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the next movie.
Yeah.
This probably sounds terrible to say, but I kept sort of hoping that Leia would die in the movie, just
so you could have that closure.
So there's closure with the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we know she won't be back for the third one, but but still, I thought, and then when she flew out into space, it was blasted out into space. I thought, oh my god, I felt a little guilty about wishing that because I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna die now, and it's so early in the movie, and but yeah. But now I'm sort of perplexed of how they're going to handle it.
Yeah,
it's kind of disappointing, knowing that she won't have her grand send off.
Yeah,
like both Han and Luke have had.
Oh my god! Yeah,
that's true.
They have to do something spectacular,
unless they do a CG. Version of her, and then.
But Disney's already promised that they won't do a CG likeness of her.
Oh.
That was a huge complaint that people had. They did not want, after Rogue One, they did not want to see Leia as a CG figure, and Disney would have had to have gotten permission from the estate, and basically they don't have it.
They'd have to replicate her voice somehow too. Anyway,
yeah, that's true.
It's not going to work.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Leia. I want to touch on some of the similarities to The Empire Strikes Back. Did you notice some of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe some AT-ATs.
Yeah. the planet that was white,
Yeah.
you know.
But not necessarily snow.
There was the dark place that was attracting Rey.
Yeah.
Just like it attracted Luke and on Dagobah. Then there's the Kylo Ren compelling Rey to join him and they'll rule the galaxy kind of thing.
The learning who your parents are.
Learning who your parents are. Yeah, so. It's not as strikingly similar as The Force Awakens was to Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it had a little bit of The Empire Strikes Back in it.
Yeah.
Which didn't bother me. It was still.
And some of Return of the Jedi with killing Snoke.
Return of the Jedi, yeah, they even touched on that.
You killed the Emperor.
The leader, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Kylo Ren who did it, so kind of like Darth Vader killing the Emperor.
I like the slight changes after he kills Snoke. That's when we start to see the dark side really appear in Kylo Ren's face. Yeah. You start to see the lines starting to come.
Oh yeah, I did notice that.
I thought that was interesting that he apparently had not been dark enough for that to have happened before that, but after, that's when it's like becoming really apparent.
Yeah, he's giving in more to the dark side. I was actually hoping that Rey and he would have like bonded, like Kylo would have been like, yeah, okay, I'm going to be join the good side. You know, it looked like that was going to happen, and I was pretty excited about that. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
But alas.
Twists and turns, yes.
Yes, twists and turns.
Wants it all for himself.
And
then when he was asking her to join, for a second there, I thought she was going to.
Oh, yeah.
And then, Luke would then end up being, the main, hero in the third movie, but obviously that didn't happen.
There was just lots of surprises.
But yeah, it was very. Yeah. I love the unpredictability of the movie.
Yeah, it was great.
It's too bad he's going to get. Rian Johnson is going to get to write his own trilogy separate.
What?
Yeah, he's been. So J.J. Abrams is coming back to do the third, writing and directing the third.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he is.
Yeah, and what?
Why?
Because he felt jealous. He was jealous.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
But the trade-off was that since Rian was taken off of 9, he would get his own standalone trilogy. And it's a standalone trilogy, probably set like in the Outer Rim that we haven't really gotten to
yeah, this director was more visually amazing and visually astounding. He's a visual artist. And that's one thing that was great. I mean, the throne room.
Oh, yeah.
Snoke's throne room was amazing looking.
Yeah.
And here's another example of where this trilogy is already doing so much better. Maybe it's just the improvements of CGI. So much better than the prequel trilogy in that, again, even though there's a lot of CGI, I still felt grounded in these were tangible, real things.
Yeah.
And that, just like my appreciation for Force Awakens was that I didn't feel like I was in a computer-generated room. I felt like I was in a real room.
Yeah.
Well, we could spend hours criticizing the prequels.
Yeah.
But anyway.
The Porg.
I loved them.
The Porg. Those little bird creatures.
See, I've been trying to remain as spoiler-free as possible. I didn't know what they were called.
They're called the
Porg.
Little
bird creatures?
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
God.
They're so adorable.
I know.
Would you like to hold one?
So cute.
What?
I have a Porg over there.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
No, it's just a little plastic toy.
Oh.
They came with Chewbacca. Of course. There's the Porg.
Oh my gosh. So cute. Yeah, they're probably my new favorite adorable Star Wars creature.
Oh my god! When
every new movie has to come out with something more
that's
adorable.
Something. Yeah.
When the Porg was like smashed against the windshield, I was like, "Oh my god, we need to have those for our cars." Because I would so have that on my car.
I love the Porg.
Just having it smashed up against the windshield. That's better than a baby on board.
And what's amusing about it is that they have the really round black eyes like the Ewok has.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, similar but cute, so cute.
And I love that they actually do fly.
Yeah.
And, and you had flocks of them. I like that they actually infested the Millennium Falcon. Now you have birds on the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. Let's talk about Phasma. Because I love that character. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe because I love Gwendolyn Christie, the actress who plays the character so much. But
have you seen her in anything?
She's in Game of Thrones.
Oh, see, I have Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I love that character, and I was happy to see her back. She's presumably dead. We don't know. Hopefully not.
We don't have a body.
Because I do like that character, even though she's been in both films rather briefly.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. It's an amazing looking character.
Yeah.
But they don't give Phasma a lot to do.
Yeah, I know.
She actually got to fight this time.
Yeah.
But it was very brief, and
yeah.
I think I would have liked
possibly.
I think I would have liked to have seen her interact more with Hux, because he comes across as kind of like a bumbling leader, and she's more of the I'm a true leader. Mm-hmm. So it would have been interesting to have had maybe some kind of interaction between the two of them to show their different command styles, and that would have been something that would have been interesting to add.
Yeah.
I can't believe J.J. Abrams is doing the last movie. So this is how well I've been avoiding all Star Wars news.
Well, I made sure to try to follow, especially to see headlines, so I could help him avoid headlines.
Yeah. I
try very hard to make it a spoiler-free zone for him.
Yeah, that kind of news, I was okay with. But I was like, really, J.J. Abrams again? This director was way better.
Yeah.
So we'll be more looking forward to his standalone trilogy then.
Yeah, pretty good.
And since you're now taking the Skywalker line out, because presumably Kylo can't survive, right? We all know that he cannot survive. So the Skywalker line is basically done.
Mm.
He's the main villain. He's the only one really left for the third movie, and now that they've killed Snoke, so. Yeah. He's not going to survive, so Skywalker's done. So basically anything else could be a different trilogy.
Yeah.
And I loved how it sort of kept going. Like, I thought it was going to end at one point, and then it just kept going.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is so true. That's like, how we're coming to an end. Oh, nope, here we go again. Oh, we're coming. Oh, nope, here we go again. I thought, like, especially... when the transport ships were fleeing, I thought, oh, they're going to end here.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end, and now they'll pick it up in the next movie. Nope, here we go some more. And then, we're not going to know whether Rey sides with Kylo. We're not going to know what happens to Finn and Rose.
Yeah.
And then the next one that I thought was a major one was when they're all inside, and was the cannon going to go off? And then the next one was...
I thought they were going to end it with Luke walking out. That's what I thought they're going to do. He's walking out, it's a big dramatic moment, and then like you see the rest of the confrontation in the next movie. That's what I was like. Oh, they're still going. Okay.
Yeah. I felt like they did.
Yeah, I thought it was going to end there too, and I was a little bit pissed about it. I was like, no, that's such a cliffhanger. I'm kind of glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, it was really good. They actually made it a complete story for the most part. You had a resolution. And so the next one just continues the story, but it'll be a fresh story.
Yeah.
So and I loved when they were all shooting at Luke, and then he comes out from the clouds and just goes.
That humor.
So funny.
There you go, more of the humor.
Yeah. And and that's a good point, because that should have been a sign. It's like, why didn't Luke get killed?
Yeah.
Well, because he's not really there.
Yeah. Well, who's writing the third one if J.J. Abrams is directing?
He's writing it.
Fuck him.
That's my understanding. Because he did a lot of the writing with Kasdan on the first one.
The Force Awakens.
On The Force Awakens. So,
whatever. Thanks for making it better. Now I'm going to finish it for you.
Yeah, that's pretty much... like I said, he was jealous.
Yeah.
And I love how we still have no gay characters. It's still a J.J. Abrams universe without gay characters. God bless J.J. Abrams. I don't give them credit for Star Wars.
I think there's a lot of progressive casting in the movie.
Oh no,
there's a lot of women
and a lot of people of color. That was
women,
really good.
And women, as in
leadership roles,
and
no, that stuff was amazing.
But I think injecting a gay character would be nice.
Yeah.
Like Rose could have been a gay character. Instead of saying that was her sister that got killed, she could have said that was my wife.
Yeah.
Just in the dialogue right there, and that's it. That's all we need.
Yeah.
And then you can be more inclusive, but obviously they didn't want to do that. They wanted to shoehorn in this love interest for Finn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
This is what we're doing?
I still want Poe and Finn together.
Okay.
That was the going theory.
There's a lot of people who were, especially with things that happened in Force Awakens. There's a lot of people who were seeing that Poe and Finn should have been a couple, and I was all on board. And of course, I mean, they still did. I mean, it's still not that it couldn't happen. I mean, they still have. I mean, yes, Rose kissed Finn, but it's not like he kissed and he hugs Rey. It's not like he goes and he embraces her in a love way. He embraces her in, oh my god, it's like my sister.
Oh, and that's the other thing we got. We finally got Chewbacca and Leia to hug, which they should have done in The Force Awakens.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to do it in this.
Yeah.
I think the director was, consciously making that point. Like, that's what should have happened in the Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Leia and Chewie should have hugged when they saw each other.
Yeah.
Especially after the death of Han Solo.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, as nice as it was to have Leia and Rey hug, it's like there's more connection between Leia and Chewie.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Yeah. It was impressive, the casting. I love the fact that they still have fat men as pilots. It's like they've kept that tradition. It's like, yes.
And the fat man gets killed.
Maybe that's why we're not allowed to be pilots. At least fighter pilots, anyway. I loved especially like on the Jedi planet, on that island, that there was that the way they did a lot of the background life, like you just had that scene with just that one sea beast that comes across.
Oh yeah.
Just little. There were just such nice little touches that made you feel like you were in a real atmosphere.
And that's funny because even I noticed that. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool little touch there in the background.
That you're in a living space.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome.
Oh, and that was the other thing. It's like we saw Luke Skywalker's X-wing in the water, and I totally thought there was going to be a scene where Luke raises the X-wing. He's like, and gets in and takes off.
Yeah.
Unless that's actually what he did, and we just didn't see it. Because how did he get to the salt planet? Oh no, he didn't get to the salt planet. Adore.
That's how well he fooled you.
Yes, that's pretty good when you think about it. Oh, the X-wing. Oh, that's how he's going to get there. No.
You're right.
If I could give the movie one criticism, is I didn't like the fact that Luke called it the Jedi religion, using the word religion.
Mm-hmm. That's what's used in Star Wars.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Jedi are extinct. Their fire has gone out of the universe. You, my friend, are all that's left of their religion.
And that's what people
Not the first time.
about the prequel, is that they went away from religion to make it something biological,
Right.
Like quantum physics or something even. And so bringing it back, that's the thing that a lot of us liked about Force Awakens, is that they brought it back to being a spiritual system.
I guess my beef was with the word religion, because there's a lot of baggage to that word.
Yeah. Well, speaking of religion, that's the thing, is when Laura Dern says Godspeed, I'm just like,
Yeah.
That's very something that we would say here on planet Earth,
Yeah.
You think they would have a different word, a different term that they would use in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Just that was my other thing. It was like that kind of took me out there. Like, what? Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're going to use? Especially when they talk about the Force, and they're all about the Force, and and all that, and they didn't have something else to
Force speed.
Yeah, that's probably what it should have been. She should have been "May the Force be with you" or "May the Force guide you" or something like that. Okay, Steve, would you recommend Star Wars: The Last Jedi?
Yes, I would very much. 2 thumbs up.
Yay! How about you, Gary? Would you recommend The Last Jedi?
Absolutely. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
I would totally recommend The Last Jedi. It's one of the better Star Wars movies that have come out in years, even better than The Force Awakens.
I agree.
It's just amazing with its storytelling, its visual. It's very visually stunning, and the pacing and the plot, the twists and turns.
Yeah.
It's just really well done. I've very much enjoyed the movie. I would highly recommend it. So, that being said, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Star Wars Obsessed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. You can also check out more of my collection at the Star Wars Obsessed blog.